Welcome to Punch Drunk Nerd, the podcast where three friends, three amigos, three bambinos come together to talk about nerd shit. This week, we're going to talk about Alien Earth. The season finale is finally here. We're going to talk about that. But before we do that, we're going to talk about some news. We're going to talk about some trailers. We're going to talk about the new Wolverine trailer, Mandalorian and Grogu trailer, Wicked, all this stuff. But before we do all that, let me introduce myself. My name is Luis Gonzalez, and with me is
Miguel Sanchez.
And Ed Bull.
And Steven Escobar.
That's right, Steven. Welcome back to the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
The crowd goes wild. We frantically texted Steven to jump on because, well, first off, when Alien Earth came out, I said, hey, Steven, have you been watching the show? Please watch the show. And you were like, I'm scared. I don't want to watch it because then I'm afraid I'll have to wait. I'll get too into it, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, exactly. I was basically afraid. I wanted to binge the whole thing. I thought, you watch one episode, you watch two episodes, you want to finish it, and I can't wait a week. I'll lose that momentum. But Luis, you pushed me. You're like, no, trust me. And so I did. I started. Go ahead. Sorry.
And sure enough, that was perfect because it's been a while since you've been on the podcast. And I said, let's have you on to talk about Alien Earth. So I'm happy to have you on.
Thanks. Happy to be on.
Now, I'm happy about Steven being on, but Miguel, I think you're happy about something else. There's a big of a release that happened today, some sort of trailer release.
That's right. Yeah. And you know what? There's actually a couple of trailers on this list today that I'm excited to talk about. But this one, I was like genuinely like, thank God we've got something new. And it is, you guys, hey, do you guys remember last year when I would not shut up about Spider-Man 2 from Insomniac? Do you guys remember that game? Do you guys remember that? Yes. Oh my God.
Absolutely.
Thank God they're doing another one. It's not Spider-Man this time. It's Wolverine. We saw, I think it was maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, we saw the like test footage of Wolverine because they had like leaked some footage by accident. And so they were like, well, let's rush a teaser trailer out real quick or something like that. And it's like today they finally, they had a PlayStation Play showcase and they released the first official trailer for Wolverine, and it was like, oh my God, finally, like when are we going to see more footage of this game? And we finally got some. It's coming out fall 2026 currently. That's if it doesn't get delayed. You guys know how these things go.
Would it be that soon that it would be like if they were already announcing it for this like coming up, would they push it back really?
Does that happen a lot? I guess I don't know much about game releases.
Guys, like a lot. It happens a lot. Yeah, like a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
It happens a lot. It happens. Yeah.
See, now you're getting my hopes up.
Kind of be stupid, but that seems like it's a very fully fleshed out game. But
I'll tell you this. That's I love the purity in your hearts. This happens all the time where like big games, they go, oh fuck, I'm sorry, we said it was going to be out this year, but it's actually going to be. Yeah. We're not ready. I mean, like just recently, Grand Theft Auto 6 got delayed, so that was supposed to come out this year. It's coming out next year now. We've talked about The Last of Us Part 2. One of the big things about that was it got delayed. I mean, really, all of the big games that come out.
I felt like Spider-Man 2 also got delayed, didn't it?
I mean, I want to say God of War 2, 1. Like, these games, what the big thing is they want to push that they're making the game.
Right.
So that you get excited. Right. And then it takes a year or two or sometimes 3.
Remember us. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
We're still here.
So I've recently, after a few burns, I've recently taken a stance of like, oh, they say the game's coming out like sometime within a year after that.
You're saying you're getting jaded. Your soul is hardening.
Not happy. No.
Okay.
But I'll tell you this: we did get some new footage from the Insomniac Wolverine game. I don't know if did you guys ever play the? I think it was around X-Men 2 when that came out. They came out with a Wolverine game that was kind of like a tie-in to the movie. Do you guys know
which platform? Which console?
I played it on GameCube, but it would have been like GameCube, PS2,
Xbox,
whatever the Xbox that year, 360 most likely. And it was like Hugh Jackman actually like did the voice. I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong on that. But it was like Wolverine through like him getting the claws and like fighting through a couple of scenes through like X-Men 2 or whatever. I think Nightcrawler showed up, Iceman showed up. And it was actually a really fun game. And I was getting a very similar vibe when I was watching this trailer. I was like, you know what? There really is so much you can do with like the claws as a power. And that's what it feels like. He's leaping forward. He's slashing you.
Man. You're so fast. You're so strong. You can heal.
Boom.
It'll be great.
Wolverine's Revenge. Yes, this is the one.
Okay.
I'm blinded right now by the memory. This was a fun game.
Who's crashing our podcast right now?
That's exactly what I thought too. I was like, oh no, I ruined it. I felt guilty. I was like, this is my fault for sure.
What's great about this was one of the very first games in my memory as a child where you could like change your skins. So it was like you were Wolverine, the main Wolverine.
The voice of Wolverine was Mark Hamill?
No way.
Oh, yeah, I did read about that. Yeah. There it is.
Oh, that's cool.
There it is. But it was his likeness, Hugh Jackman, that's what I'm reading.
Right.
But it was like you could get the classic Wolverine skin, the brown and whatever, orange skin.
Yeah, brown and yellow.
Yeah, yellow. All of the different type of X-Men Wolverine skins you could get in that game, which is something you're going to see in this one as well. You can change the different costumes. He looks super cool. In this new game, he's like fighting what look like half cyborg, half humans because he's like slashing them and blood's coming out, but they're also like sparking like robots. But I tell you what, man, with the graphics, the gameplay, this one trailer got me re-excited about this game. I can't wait to play it.
Same.
It looks.
Yeah.
It looks fun. Yeah, sorry.
Thank you, Ed.
Exactly. I was going to say same. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
But it looks good, but it looks violent, and I love that. Like the first thing you see in this trailer is just like him piercing somebody through the chest using both of his claws, put in the middle, and then he splits them apart.
Yep.
And they just rip open, and there's just blood everywhere. Like you can't even watch this trailer like once he's fighting, and there's always going to be blood. I love
which
it.
is great,
Yeah.
It's like an R-rated Marvel game. It's I think going to be set in the same universe as Spider-Man because it's made by Insomniac, but like we'll figure that out when the game actually comes out. But yeah, no, I was like I said, there's a lot of trailers. Yeah, look right there. Watch this.
Yes.
Boom, dude. Look, he's sliding. Really great traversal.
Who's that? Who is that?
That's a Omega Red. He's like this guy from I think Russia or something, and he like sucks your powers.
That's right.
Does he suck your abilities? Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another one of those.
Yeah, he's got them whips.
The villain has the same power as the good guy.
Oof.
Right.
That's so great. It's got that. It looks like it's so powerful. I love just like being able like that, like just swing. Miguel, you were the one that got me into God of War, and what I love about it is the power of it, like just swinging away, and as opposed to most other games where it's like shooter from a distance or whatever. This I like being up close, punching and swinging.
Personal,
I love it.
Yeah, dude.
I want to throw someone, pick over the claws and then throw them into a river or something.
No, absolutely. And I feel like this is going to be just a really great, like every level. There's waves of enemy that you can just like shred apart. I'm all about it. You can see throughout the trailer, he changes clothes a lot. That's what I talk about with the different skins, like different outfits. You're probably going to get like a standard Insomniac Wolverine, but you're also going to get a lot of classic costumes. Very similar to Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2, where you get the Insomniac version of the character, but you're going to get a ton of different costume changes you can use. Can I say something? Watching this trailer right now, I'm actually not a super big fan of the yellow and blue.
That's just standard. Yeah,
but I get
That's
it.
That's great. Look at that one. The hat and everything. Yes,
the hat's cool.
Some old man Logan stuff.
That is what I like. I like these kind of more kind of out there costumes where you're not the standard comic book. I hate comic book accuracy. Everyone really loves that in
me too. I don't
movies and games, but I don't think characters have to be beholden to that. I'm just now watching this trailer again. It just
great.
Looks like a lot of fun.
I wonder how they're going to handle like death in this game. I mean, I guess if you kill Wolverine quickly,
he's going to die.
With a lot of power, he can die.
Yeah, it's
because how do you kill a level? Does he just overexhaust himself or something?
Mm-hmm.
I like the mystique element too. Like it looks like you're going to play a little bit as her character.
Looks like it. I agree. I thought the same thing.
That could be fun.
Yeah, I bet it'd be cool if it'd be so easy for them to put in like Spider-Man, like a level where you're Spider-Man again, you know? Just like something simple, like you're falling, and then you switch to Spider-Man, he picks up Wolverine, and you gotta like take Wolverine.
That's something
they already got it.
That's something they've been talking about with like Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 is like clearly he's in a world where the Avengers exist. And it's like, are we building this Insomniac like video game universe? Like, let's do it. Let's get these people together. Maybe not in every single game, but it's like, I like that idea. If Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2, Insomniac Spider-Man, has been so like well received, it's like, throw him in a quick level, that shit would blow people's minds. So, but even if we don't get him, I'm super excited. Insomniac has proven that they know how to handle Marvel properties with Spider-Man, and it's like, well, I guess that's like Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2 were really good, but it's like, let's see them do it one more time. And if there
was a Guardians game.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that Insomniac?
No.
No.
Okay. There was an Avengers game?
No, that wasn't
not Insomniac.
Okay.
But and you're later next year you're gonna also get like a Captain America and Black Panther game. That's also not Insomniac.
Oh, that's true.
But it's like we're getting a lot of really fun Marvel video games, and it's like, okay, so far Insomniac has been the one that's really proven itself. Whoever did Guardians of the Galaxy, that's a well-received game as well. But it's like, I don't know. I'm excited. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to play it. Wolverine. Insomniac's Wolverine. Thumbs up.
Looks great. Great choice of a character. I would love to be Wolverine.
Yeah.
Miguel, but that's not all you were excited about, right? Like there's a lot of stuff in here that I feel like you'd like.
Yeah. No, straight away, one of the things, I know you're setting me up. I know what you're setting me up for, but can I actually pivot? I'm going to give you guys something here.
I love the pivot.
Guys, I watched that Mandalorian and Grogu trailer.
Oh no.
And I want to throw something out there that I think everyone's going to be like, no one wants to talk about this. I get it.
Yeah.
Guys, I kind of liked the trailer. I thought the trailer looked fun. I was like, I love a trailer where like the music and the action like time in together. So he's like kicking with the beat. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Grogu,
that's great.
Grogu's really cute. Okay.
He's always cute.
Sigourney Weaver. I love her. All right.
Of course.
Given. But I'm probably not going to see this movie. But I thought the trailer. I thought the trailer was fun. Okay. Yeah, sure. Does it look like a TV movie like everyone says? Yeah, maybe a little. But I think it looks like the Mandalorian season, whatever, but with like
absolutely
a little bit more budget, so it's a little more polished. It looks a little clean. I mean, he's shooting these like corridor fight scenes. The fat Jabba the Hutt's son is cousin.
This last shot at the end is pretty cool.
This fucking, what's that thing called?
Ask Louise. Louise is the one who's seen Rebels, right? Rebels. It's some Jabba the Hutt from Rebels. No.
Yeah, it's a little baby boy from Rebels. There's like a whole mission where they try to like save him,
and he grows up.
This is him growing up. Yeah, he's all.
This is him growing up. Okay.
I will say one of the comments I read about this trailer, and I was like, oh, I agree with this. Is they go, I can't believe they actually kept that name, and it's like, yeah. It is like a very like, it was kind of like when WandaVision came out for the first time and you were like, or you heard the name for the first time and you were like, what? You know, that's the name of the show. But then it ended up being kind of a good name. So, but I mean,
the title's Mandalorian Grogu. It's like, you know what you're getting, right? We all know what it is. We're all aware. There's no one lives under a rock anymore. You either like it or you don't. We've all decided. Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
This is for the Mandalorian and Grogu fan base.
The fans.
Purely.
Yeah. I'm gonna see because I'm fine, you know. I take them like they are. They're popcorn movies, so I gotta finish the story of Mando.
I pivoted to this because I did find myself liking the trailer, but I also felt like, oof, I wonder. I gotta know what the Star Wars boys feel about it.
Right.
So
interesting. Yeah.
That's
us. Yeah.
Steve, yeah.
I mean, you guys know I'm very not a fan of the Mandalorian.
Your way with words are so good, dude. You speak so well.
Thank you so
Your
much.
words
it's that
are
British. It's like poetry, that Wordsworth.
Yeah, I don't enjoy it. Bad show.
No, fair enough.
Show no good.
Fair enough.
Star Wars be better.
I hear you.
I'm just not a fan of it. I think it's repetitive, kind of pencil drawn.
Those are the reasons I like it.
You do enjoy it.
I do enjoy it because I feel like I take it for what I feel like it's like modern day Gunsmoke. Like we're on 500 adventures with Sheriff Tom and his horse. Like, and that's all we're doing. So every single episode, to me, I don't even need a plot. I just need like a new bounty. Like now we're going to the Hosnian system to find that's all I need every single episode. Yeah. And I think when they tried to make it into like, Grogu's got to go away, and then Grogu comes back, and then you got to watch Book of Boba Fett for the. I think then it started turning even people who were giving grace away, because then they were like, "Well, is it a plot thing or is it episodic?" And it couldn't decide. Right. And so, for me, I just still take it as episodic. So nothing they do can harm them, because I just want to see more adventures with Mandalorian and Grogu. So they called the movie Mandalorian and Grogu. Please, just make it episodic.
Feel like just the continuation of the adventures with Mandalorian and Grogu. And I appreciate, they're stepping away from hopefully the Skywalkers and all of that. Just try and do something different with it. Great, explore the criminal underworld with the Jabba the Hutt son and whatever. A couple of moments were
he's a fighter?
Striking visually, but I just stopped caring a long time ago, unless in a galaxy far, far away. But if I don't know, if the buzz when it comes out and reviews are absolutely stellar, maybe I'll check it out. Maybe I'll take my daughter to go see it. But it
seems like it's just gonna be a popcorn thing. Like if you find Grogu cute enough to carry a movie, you're gonna love it.
Sure.
Which I do. Exactly. So I'm fine. That's all I need.
I've always watched The Mandalorian and Grogu once it started. I remember the first night, it was like, this is the first Disney Plus show. Mandalorian's coming out. We've never seen anything like this in our lives before. Like, what is it going to look like? What is it going to feel like? What's the pace? And I woke up at I stayed up till 12 when it kicked on to Disney Plus. I watched it and I was like, oh, okay. I mean, sure, let's get into this. But by episode 2, 3, 4, I was locked into The Mandalorian. I thought I was having a fun time. Yeah. You know what it is? I think for me is I agree with Ed completely, but I love that, Stephen, you bring up that point. Like, it is supposed to reference those old Westerns. And the fact that it is 1940s, whatever, 1950, TV, where it's this week on Mandalorian and Grogu. In fact, now that I say that out loud, even the title card itself, the font of The Mandalorian and Grogu looks like kind of those old Western things. So it's kind of been up and down, but honestly, I like the Mandalorian character. I like Grogu, and so I'm down to clown in that universe. Sometimes the stories aren't great, but you know what? I'm still in that universe with these characters. So I'm okay. I give it that slide of a bit. You know what I mean? Well, is it perfect? No, but I'm willing to go on a ride with them because they're fun. And
same.
And I think this movie is going to come out May 22nd, 2026. I think this movie is perfect, and it's unfortunate that's not perfect for Christmas, because this is such a family movie to be what do we want to see?
What's a good Christmas
What's something
thing?
that we could all agree on to go see?
Yeah.
What's the most agreeable thing? The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Star Wars.
You'll have Star Wars, but it's family, but it's adventure. You have something cute. You'll have a cool looking Mando. I think it just fills that very Christmas December vibe. And Pedro Pascal. But then it looks like in December, Avengers Doomsday comes out. So they took the spot of this spot. If they got their schedule in line, Doomsday would have done better in the summer. So that's my little take on it is, if possible, push Doomsday back, or if they shot it earlier. I just think that seems like a summer movie, and Mando seems more like a Christmas movie. I yield my time.
Interesting. I didn't think about it. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's interesting. You talked about the first episode of Mandalorian, because I had kind of an alternate experience. I thought it was going to be a goofy, silly simple cartoon with dumb jokes, and then like the door opens and his cape flaps and it goes like do. And I was like, oh, it's Gunsmoke. This is a freaking Kurosawa film they're trying to copy right now. He walks up, he like slams down there's no talking, there's no dialogue. He just takes a guy, freezes him, and I was like, it's a bounty hunter. And I thought, I was like, this is all I need forever. And then at the end, there's cute Grogu, and I thought, this is all I need. You just got to repeat. Bounty. And I think
the biggest thing about these like iconic shows and like these old westerns or just like old movies or whatever is the music and the sound that you associate with it. And Ludwig Göransson, who is like an incredible composer.
Oh, that's right.
Name me some Ludwig movies that he's done.
Black
Oppenheimer.
Sinners.
Really?
Was that guy?
Wow.
No. That's the guy.
Yes, he did Sinners. Yes, 1000%.
Okay, all right.
He did Black Panther because Ludwig and what's his name? They team up together.
Yeah, and I saw
Oppenheimer. Also, New Girl.
Who's got a phone?
He really didn't. But what I'm trying to say is that he's a very good composer, and he sets like the tone, the vibe, the theme of it. So every time it clicks in, you're like, God damn, that sounds good.
Okay, there you go.
And so you're like caught up in the wind of it all. And
that's amazing.
It does, sometimes carry that TV-ness of it all. But again, it's, those characters get me along through it all.
I just want to see some quick draws, some quick draws, some explosions, some horse chases. I'm back in the Old West, except there's aliens. That's all. I just see it as a Western, and it works perfectly every time for me. Not every time, because sometimes we get bored, but I just mean, I get it. But to me, I don't need the plot. I just go, whatever. What a Mandalorian colony back together. Cool. Next episode. I don't. It's not like it sticks in my teeth or anything. But I'm gonna see it. And
Mandalorian and Grogu coming out May. What did I say? 22nd, 2026. But what is coming in Christmas, right?
I think it's November, Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Thank you for keeping me honest.
Wicked. I love that culture on this podcast. Y'all keep each other honest. I like it.
How dare you? Wicked good enough. I mean, Wicked for good. The final trailer came out. I was surprised. I thought there would be a lot more trailers to do. I'm sure there'll be clips. You know what I mean? I'm sure there'll be little scenes that they'll release. But it's early. It's September. I mean, if it's coming out in November, I don't know. I guess it's time. Miguel, you're the big Wicked head.
Miguel, I want to ask Miguel before it starts is, Miguel, how much money would someone have to offer you to not see that movie for a year?
Oh.
How badly do you want to see that movie?
Oh, man. Oh, it would have to be... Oh, man, it would have to be a lot of money.
I will give you
That's a great
$17.
Oh, that would have to... You'd have to triple that, I think.
Sorry, too rich for me. I can't do that.
No, I was telling Kristen today that I was like, oh, that new trailer came out, and I did watch it. But and she was like, but I don't think you needed a trailer. She was like, you already wanted to see that movie. And it was so true. I could have skipped this one. I was already going to see this because it's
same.
I was locked in by the end of part one. I was like, how the fuck is it going to end? You can't just stop.
Dude, it made me mad again. You know what it did? Wicked 2, maybe. I forgot. I was like, that's right. I'm mad here in this universe.
I wanted to know how it ended. Yeah.
Well, it makes me mad. Everyone here's a bully and a jerk, and they're all like fascist and mean. I hate it. Let's go. We got to get back into the game and fight.
Absolutely.
I forgot. Yeah, it made me mad again, the trailer. I was like, oh, these people are so mean. And Belinda, help us out.
I didn't want to watch this one because I was like, I've never seen Wicked. I understand conceptually what's happening, but I want to be like surprised by it. And so I was worried that the second trailer would be like, oh, and by the way, here's all the beats. And you're like, oh, fuck, I didn't really want to know that. I wanted to kind of just like be surprised. Because I felt kind of surprised by the first one because I didn't know anything going into it. What I would say is, and we talk about this a lot with trailers, is I think this was a pretty good trailer for not spoiling too much. It's one of those trailers where it's like, if you know the story, you're catching all the things they're telling you, but they're also really like, they're streamlined. They're not really like lingering on any one moment. You get like the hint of like the Wizard of Oz characters coming in now, and what that means for some of the characters in the story, but they're not like super spoilery. It's really just saying, like, it's kind of reminding you, like, by the end of the movie, your two main leads were on opposite ends of the field from each other. They're like, Elphaba has chosen this one path, and Glinda has chosen this other path, and they're just kind of reminding you that they're still on those sides at the start of this movie. But I think it looks like a lot of fun. Wicked was just so good. It looked amazing. The music was really great. Obviously, like, the music in general is great because it's like kind of built into the whole story. It's already been a successful Broadway play. Yeah. But it just, like, the production of it all in the first movie looks so good, and the fact that it feels like we're jumping right back into the world. It's almost like Harry Potter, like, where you're like, oh yeah, like, let's get back into this world again. I'm sorry, I'm rambling now, but I'm looking forward to this movie. I don't know about you guys. I think Ed's like, whatever. I hate Wicked. Miguel's stupid.
No, I don't think that. I came around to it. I didn't experience it like you did. When I watched it was first at home, but it's not something I'm like, I don't want to see that shit. I feel like I will ultimately see it. I want to see where it goes. I want to see how they link. Because like Miguel, I've never seen the musical before. I haven't read the book or whatever. My only experience of it is through Wizard of Oz. That's the only thing I have to tie to. So I am curious, if it leads to that, then how it all connects the dots and stuff. They've got 2 original songs they're adding to it. It's Oscar season. They're looking for that gold. So it'll be interesting to see also the reaction of, like, the musical purists, and seeing how they stretched it out into these 2 feature-length films. I think they said the runtime of this one is like 2 hours and 15 minutes. So with the addition of 2 original songs too, to see how it all kind of ties together and what people take from it, as opposed to the first one, which seemed, as far as I'm aware, stayed pretty true to the musical, just cut off at a certain point. So are they going to add more to it? They're going to flesh it out more? How?
One of the things I read was that the entire Wicked Part 1 movie, the runtime of that was as long as the whole Wicked
musical, right?
Yeah. And so I think one of the things people are talking about is, like, with cinema, like on film, you can, like, stretch things out because it's a much more, like, visual language happening, right, Luis?
Exactly.
So that they have room to, like, build on those moments where it's like in a play you can only do so much. But I had a question I was going to ask Ed. Ed, you took your daughter to see it, or they went and saw it?
No,
right?
So I stayed home with the boy, and my mum and Sarah took Lily to go see it.
Did she like it?
It was me being generous,
Generous.
Did she like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did very much.
I'm only curious because she's so young. She's only like 6 or 7, and I can't remember when that movie came out. How old she was, but it was like, but I was just like, I wonder what a kid would think about that. You know what I mean? I did not take my son to go see it, so.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know if it makes a difference. I think you're right. There is that stretch. I think the only thing she took away negatively from it was the flying monkeys scared her.
They were scary.
Good.
But otherwise, I think she enjoyed it. I think she.
Scarier the second time around.
Visually appealing, at least to a kid's eyes. It's very bright, very colorful. You've got some silly characters, and yes, there are serious moments. Yeah, but it's all very magical and fun. But we've watched Barbie with her. We've watched La La Land with her. Other
a lot of Ryan Gosling.
A lot of Ryan Gosling.
Why is that, Ed? Why is that?
Yes.
Daddy's home for Ryan Gosling.
Is that our second daddy?
First.
Yeah. First daddy, yeah.
But no, that's good. I mean, you think they're going to go see Wicked 2, Ed? Do you think they're going to?
Yeah, I'll send them this time to go see it again.
Nice.
No, we'll probably all go see it as a family. We'll like get rid of the baby and go see it together, maybe. Or maybe even Sarah will switch out. Sarah was kind of like where I'm at with it, let's say. But she's generally not like a huge musical person.
Do you think I'm a big musical person, though?
No, you're not, which is fair. I don't know.
You did ask me to get all those musicals afterwards.
After Wicked, I did. Yeah,
he got him.
That's right. Yeah,
how many did you watch?
Got him.
We're not keeping track of that right now. It's the fact that that they're available.
The list of all the musicals you watched.
No Phantom of the Opera, Miguel. You like Phantom of the Opera? Les Mis? Come on. Every guy likes Les Mis.
The Pick of Destiny.
Miguel has seen Les Mis, though. Miguel has seen Les Mis.
I fell asleep.
Hilarious. I don't think there's a recording of it.
Yeah. Well, we all knew we were gonna see it. It's gonna pop up.
We're gonna talk about
in this chat. Exactly. So Wicked, good enough for now.
Good enough for now. Good enough. Here it is. So good.
Wicked 2. Good enough for now.
What's coming up next is if you're a fan of what's that show? I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson. He's coming out with a movie called The Chair Company. Not a movie. Oh my goodness, it's a TV series.
Yes, that's awesome.
You know what I have to say about this is, listen, if you're a fan of Tim Robinson, you're ready to go. If you're not, you don't need to be ready to go. I feel like Tim Robinson shouldn't be someone who gets too popular, because if he gets too popular, then somebody's going to be like, oh, I don't get it. And then there's going to be all this hate and whiplash to like not validate the people who actually loved it at first.
There's going to be reactionary, anti-reactionary
because people, when things get popular that fast, too big, people feel left out. And because they feel left out, they want to judge it. And so they're going to be like, oh, well, actually, it's not very good. Or I don't understand why everyone's so hyped about that. Why do they even think this person's funny? You know, it's like you weren't there at the groundwork. You're just upset. You know,
and comedy can be beaten to death, especially if like you see so many comedy actors come and go in popularity. Like there was the Zach Galifianakis era. There was the
Will Ferrell,
Melissa McCarthy, Will Ferrell, Kevin Hart. Like they've all been through those phases, but like big screen comedy isn't. But like at least for the most part, Tim Robinson is sticking to series and limited, kind of spread out too. He's kind of going. If anything, it feels like
after
Nathan
Friendship,
Fielder.
I'm happy to see him doing more. You know, also surprised.
No,
I'm like, oh,
same,
wow.
The worry is if he shows up in like a DC movie or something for 3 lines, and it's over. Like then it's over.
He's Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I'll find these villains. You know, just
it's crazy. That would be the worst. Yeah, he's it's perfect right where he is. If we just keep making these little weird, quirky, and if like you don't get it in the first 5 minutes, it's okay to just like turn it off. You know, like it's okay. It's not for you. Like. He works so perfectly right where he is. Just keep making these weird, awkward, hysterical. I love it. I hope it never ends. Yeah. But you're right. If it gets too big, it'll end. It'll become self-referential and stuff.
Yeah. So The Chair Company. Any other thoughts, my two dudes?
I'm not even afraid.
Comes out October 12th.
Yeah.
That's yes, October 12th. Thank you for the contribution on the date, October 12th, Ed. But Ed, a contribution you actually brought to the chat earlier this week was a trailer called The Bride, and this is a movie by Maggie Gyllenhaal. And that's Ed. Tell us about it.
That's it, yeah. So this is kind of like a 1930s retelling of Frankenstein. As you said, brought to us by Maggie Gyllenhaal. Who
is that how it's sold? Or is that how it's described? Like, is that the description?
I'm about to start reading the description.
Okay. No, I was just wondering if that was...
Stephen, thank you.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I was surprised at that.
So yes, take place in 1930 Chicago. A lonely Frankenstein, Bale, travels to 1930s to Chicago to ask groundbreaking scientist Dr. Euphronius, played by Annette Bening, to create a companion for him. The two revive a murdered young woman, and the bride is born. What ensues is beyond what either of them imagined. Sorry, this cutwater is cutting deep.
It's getting cut up right now.
Yeah. Murder, possession, a wild and radical cultural movement, and outlaw lovers in a wild and combustible romance. Christian Bale and Jesse Buckley in the lead roles. I thought this looked like a lot of fun. Compared to Maggie Gyllenhaal's The Lost Daughter, which is on Netflix, which is kind of like just a very sad and dreary film, this has like a lot of bite to it. It looks fun. It looks weird. It looks funny even. I love the setting and the makeup design on both Christian Bale and Jesse Buckley are a lot of fun. It just looks like not what I expected at all, especially like keeping in mind that Guillermo del Toro is doing like his own adaptation of Frankenstein, but this one definitely looks like it's a little elusive. It looks like a Bonnie and Clyde meets Mary Shelley kind of film. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
So I'm looking forward to it. It looks like a lot of, like I said, like a lot of fun. Looks dark, funny, and two really good actors who I admire. So, what more could you ask for?
Yeah, I feel like the more and more I watch this trailer, I've seen this trailer probably like now 5 times, 6 times, I guess. Yeah. Wow. I just keep wanting to something about it is just like it's intoxicating. Like I'm getting pulled to it every time. Every time I'm like no, and then it has a reason to pull me back. Yeah. I love the way it ends here. Anyway,
yeah, me too.
Yeah, just her little performance here. I like the design. I like the look. I didn't really get a taste of who, like, script narrative. What, like, I don't really know what's going on with the bride in this trailer, which is good. Like, it's a teaser, official teaser. Perfect. Right. It doesn't like getting flavors of everything. Great set design, great production design. Look at this. They have the spiraled cords in the back, the contrast of color, the broken neck, the splash of almost like ink to her lip. They're doing it's like also in the trailer as well. So something with the splatters, like thematic to the movie. Anyway, seems pretty cool. When does this come out? March 6th.
March 6th, 2026.
All right. Well, that's trailer talk, y'all.
Oh, yeah, that's good. It seems like it's going to be, I just had a little, looks good. Looks like it's going to be, it's filmed by Maggie Gyllenhaal. She seems smart enough to make, it looks like it's got some feminist overtures, which I like. There's this concept that goes, what's his name, Frankenstein, what's her name, Bride of Frankenstein, right? Mm-hmm. Always secondary. And that's how it ends with that line, what's my name? And it just says the bride, like, yeah, I bet you anything. And it looks like Frankenstein's going to Annette Bening, a female doctor as well. I like it. Written by, you have Mary Shelley, you have Maggie Gyllenhaal, you have Annette Bening, you have the bride. I'll bet you dollars to donuts. This is going to be a smart feminist piece. I believe it.
Yeah,
so
great teaser, great visuals, and then we'll see how it all lays out once we get more details. That was kind of a spooky-ish type of trailer, so let's get into more spooky things. Our feature discussion, Alien Earth, season finale. This is the showrunner for this is Noah Hawley. He has done Fargo, the seasons of Fargo. He also did the Marvel TV series Legion before that. And now we're seeing him in Alien Earth. There's 8 episodes in a season. It was once released on FX. And guys, I mean, my initial thoughts is I loved it. I went to Steven. I talked to Ed. I said, you got to watch this show. It's fantastic. I love that we get to see a different perspective of Alien. I feel like a lot of times when we revisit the world, it's kind of from the same angle and perspective of like, I get it. We're like on the ship, something goes wrong. I mean, of course that's an Alien movie, but I felt like the first Alien and possibly the second one had like things to say. And so seeing it here on Earth, seeing it in a different perspective, seeing how, for me, it feels like humanity's at its peak it's ever been. $1 trillion corporations, they're making an advancement into the future. And I feel like I'm witnessing the end of humanity. Yeah, but I feel like I'm witnessing the end of humanity with the rise of, the synthetics and the androids, and you have the return of Mother Nature, which is, the xenomorph and the eyeball, and it's starting to infect the world, and humanity is just squished in between both of those sides, where, they look to their left, it's the future, they look to the right, it's the past, and they're just going to get consumed by it in the middle.
All predators.
And it's just exciting to see it all kind of play out. Like, this is chapter 1 when shit goes down the toilet, and then this is a prequel to Alien movies, and so things only get progressively worse. But what everyone else think about Alien Earth?
Go ahead, Steven.
Well, basically, I had some thoughts. But hold on, I'm not feeling too hot here. Okay. Basically, no, I'm a big fan of tone when it comes to Alien and the Alien verse. I love a slow, methodical, creepy, silent, just hallways and stuff. There was one moment in the first 3 episodes when they're on the ship, and it was like you could hear nothing but the dripping water and the chains clinking. I was like, that's literally like half the soundtrack of the first movie. It's just the buttons clicking. That's like all you can hear. So I love that he was copying that tone. He was like, first thing we're going to do, even if we get the story or the characters, whatever, we're going to keep that tone. And he kept it. He just was demanding that be in there. Couldn't appreciate that enough. That's what I want from my Alien verse. It's what he did.
Yeah.
I was a little surprised. I didn't dislike. There's really nothing I disliked about this. I have nothing negative to say. I didn't think it was flawless. It's what I wanted. It did what I wanted it to do. It did exactly what I wanted it to do. For me. I thought it was going to end. I thought it was going to be a 1 season, like 8 episodes, open, dead. I thought we were going to start, and then everyone was going to be dead by the 8th episode. So I kept waiting for the turn of the slaughter. And then finally we got to the last episode. I was like, I don't know how they're going to do this, until they realized there's another season. And they locked it up. So that was kind of, I don't know, it kind of left me a little like, oh, darn it. I'm kind of glad I didn't binge it now, because that kind of was unfulfilling. But I get it. I'm ready for season 2. We'll do it all again.
Well, the thing is like they're not even approved for season 2 yet.
Oh no,
and they're leaving all these things up. But I feel like it's going to get picked up. It's getting a lot of.
I thought it was guaranteed.
No, it's not guaranteed yet. But it's as guaranteed as like when they did.
Yeah,
Dune
but that's
1,
always dangerous.
Dune 1, and then they didn't have Dune 2 signed up.
Gotcha.
So, but for Alien Earth, season 1, I kind of agree. And you know what I was also afraid of last week? I was like, oh my god, there's only 1 episode left. I don't know how in the hell they're going to turn this around. It feels like we just got things started.
Yeah.
And then surprisingly for me, after finishing episode 8, I was like, okay, I actually kind of feel pretty satisfied. I feel like the end of all this is like the completion of the synth's rise to the top. Yeah, this is the beginning of that. Like that is what buttons it. That's what the story is. They're beginning, middle, end. They did it. They won. They're in charge. They're about to take over almost immediately after what's going to happen next. That's your second story, your second season.
Yeah.
So as much as like, I kind of agree. I thought it would be nice to wrap it up. It looks like they're ready to explore more things. I think there's so many, so many questions that you have watching this thing, and not just the creatures that we barely were introduced to, but some of the dynamics of the characters and her abilities and things like that, and what the relationships and hierarchy of the aliens are. And the other corporate, like Weyland-Yutani, is going to be involved now. There's so many open-ended things.
The eyeball thing. He's in a human now. I want to hear it talk.
Just say my overall feelings of the whole show. Poor Arthur. Poor Arthur.
Absolutely.
The fact that first the poor guy gets. Anybody who has to suffer a face hugger is one thing.
Amen. Yeah, horse nightmare.
The poor guy's corpse can't even be left alone.
Literally.
First it's the crabs. The xenomorph was just like, nah, I don't want that.
Not even worth it. Yeah.
The whole thing comes back, man. And you got to obviously those animals thrive on organic matter, but he's already got to be decomposing, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
So that's gonna.
I love the story. I love the story you portrayed and showed it just there. It was like he died, he got consumed, and then the crabs consumed him, and then the alien didn't want it, and then he's just like withering to nothing, and it's just like this other alien. One, his dynamic, like he can't get a strong person, so he's feeding off the bottom, and then two, this alien species is just sucking humanity dry to the bones. Yeah, you know, and just the disregarding and the approaching. It's just like, wow, a lot was kind of said with just the corpse itself.
Just the corpse itself.
That's classic horror. Is like just one sentence like this. It's classic horror. Is like bad things happen to innocent people like again and again. Like classic horror is like that, where the innocent and the weak get like eaten alive. Stephen King loves doing that. He's a mean guy. Like that's classic horror.
Dickheads who thrive.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead, Ed.
No, I was just going to give my just like overall feelings. Yeah, I guess like, but yeah, I loved that it took us to new places, like literal and you know figurative, just for the Alien franchise, but with also delivering on that very like Alien style episode, like midway through the season, episode 5. Where you see what happened to the ship.
Yes.
Like that was cool. And
so cool.
Also the blend of the new creatures really, you know, that could have been so bad. Like, you know what I mean? Like the introduction of that, you know, people still get pissy about seeing like the Prometheus creature, you know, from and when the creators and like when that creator xenomorph mix came up in Romulus, that was a very divisive thing. I loved that, but
me too.
This one again, it could have gone either way, and with the TV-ness of it all, it could have gone so bad. But I think they really pulled it off. And that the eyeball thing is terrifying. It's like up there with the face hugger at this point. On top of you've got the fly and the flower pod thing that's terrifying enough. I loved the gradual unraveling of the island, especially with the kids. Like Luigi did mention how like at the end of it they like the power dynamic has shifted and they are in power now, but what I loved about it and what carried through the whole series is that at the end of the day these are still kids.
I know,
and
they're still
anybody else in that situation would have just killed off, you know, one, the smartest guy in the room, two, the two synthetic androids and cyborg who have been the most threatening the whole season. They're keeping all of these people alive who can basically be the ingredients to their undoing. Like, yes, they've killed a lot of people.
I love you picked up on that.
But like, I love
it's an obvious mistake. No one.
With a rule. Like the parents is like, no, you're gonna get fucked.
Yeah.
You're gonna get so fucked. I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of this series, like before, you know, the ultimate lead up to the first Alien movie, as they've suggested, that they just like Weyland-Yutani just kind of nukes the fucking island.
At this point, why not? At this point,
like exclusive island, maybe like the eyeball gets out on somehow like through another vessel. Like,
it's kind of funny if you think about
cool to it.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, this is going up to the first movie and then the second. If you kind of think about it, it's like Weyland-Yutani's. The whole Alien saga is like Weyland-Yutani's complete failure at capturing a xenomorph. Like they like try like 6 times and they can never get a single one. You're right. I mean, if they nuke the island, they out another xenomorph. They can never get.
I would have got away with it too if it weren't for those pesky female survivors.
You're right. I never thought about it. It just keeps happening. And you're right. Why not? They'll have to destroy this xenomorph as well because they don't have their hands on xenomorph.
I don't see how else, but you never know. Like Noah Hawley could rewrite the history
for sure, and I'd be with
this. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad. Like in the final episode, it does leave a lot of things open ended, but we did get like some payoffs with like I loved seeing the cyborg and.
Yes. That was so much fun. I stood up from the couch.
Sorry, Morrow and Kirsch going at it. That was fun.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was really cool, and I'm not even sure who I want to win in that. But
I was going to ask you guys. I was just going to ask that, Ed. Yeah, who are you rooting for? I don't even know.
I don't know. I like Kirsch, but I don't know what his deal is. And then Morrow, you know what his deal is, and he's a bit of a dick.
Yes,
but damn, he's a good survivor, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know, but
I don't know.
I don't know. That exactly. That's the
that was awesome.
That one in particular, I feel like Kirsch is kind of like the ace in the hole for himself. I mean,
yes.
And Morrow might be too emotionally invested in the whole endeavor, but
yeah, he might be so closed down. Yeah, just so shut off.
Kirsch has been ahead of the game the whole way. It seems like he just happened to get his ass beat a little bit.
Yeah. But he's not intervening because he doesn't want to. It seems like, or he doesn't help his ends. Otherwise, he would stop half of this.
Yeah. They did deliver. There were some awesome shots throughout the whole series of the Xenomorph, but in the last episode in particular, when the Xenomorph enters the facility again, and there's like the shot where it's like a smoky room, and you see its silhouette kind of rise up in the smoke.
Yeah.
Do you guys know the shot I'm talking about? Just very cool. Like the show knew what to do with the Xenomorph without overplaying it, without again, it walked a very, very fine line, and I'm sure it rubbed some people the wrong way, but the way that Wendy is able to interact with them and control them in a sense, that could have been real goofy.
Yeah,
but they played it really nicely. I will say that's one, and granted, there's a lot of open-ended things, but I am curious about how is she able to make that connection with them? So
I feel like
what was it that clicked in the first place? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like I hear what you mean. I think that I've heard a couple criticisms that I feel like they're valid, but they just kind of miss the point. It's not from you guys. I just mean from outside.
No, you're sure.
And it's like, one of them is that, like, her connecting, which the reason why these trillionaire geniuses, scientists, all they want to do is get this thing to study it, to learn it, is to do exactly what she's doing, which is the same reason they created her, which is the same reason we're creating AI and computers, which is exactly just to unlock our potential. That's what we're trying to do. Kid, boy, genius, whatever his name is, Peter Pan, he wants to do what she's doing, but he can't. He's not good enough. So he made a creature that's good enough to do it, and she's doing it. And now she doesn't listen to him anymore. And that's it. Like, that's why she can do it, because this is a theme. You know what I mean? And it's odd to hear people where I'm like, I feel like the point was elucidated in episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, where it's not like the how, I don't know, she's running it through language translations in her mind at 1,000,000 kilowatts per second. She's Data from Star Trek. Like, she's processing all of this, and then she can change her voice. We can't do any of this. We can't process. We can't hear like she can hear. We can't talk like she can. So she's light years beyond us. She finds a creature, and now she can talk to it. She was there when it was born. She heard it. She copied it. It liked it. She copied it again. It liked it again. She tried something else. She's just doing what we would do. She's doing it, but she can succeed where we cannot. And that was why she was created in the first place. This is the function of it. And that's what the show is telling to me. The same thing is when I hear criticism about the incompetency, when that's the theme of of all the Alien. It's not just that people suck and are stupid.
They've had far more incompetent people throughout the franchise than the people here in this show.
Yeah, that's true.
What I mean? And again, it's all through the context that I feel like they established pretty well is that they're kids. Like, most of the decisions come through kids. Any irrational actions taken from the adults is purely either emotional, like for Arthur or Sylvia, or just like calculative, like with the boy genius or whatever. He always thinks he's better than everybody else in the room, but he's still.
Also, you have to remember that the boy genius is also like a young kid too. You know, he's like a young adult. So he's not even a full like man himself. I love
that line at the end. What did she tell him, Wendy, when she was like, "You were never a boy. You were always a man, a creepy,
man.
like
he's Captain Hook.
Cool.
He's Captain Hook.
Oh, that's great. He's afraid of the alligator. He's afraid of the.
But also, like people are. I just wanted to tag onto this. People are like, I don't understand how they would send in $1 trillion or $1 billion synthetics kits into a place for the very first time without. It's like, well, you know who would do that? A dumb 22-year-old who thinks he's full of power. And he's like, I'm 22, I'm 23, I'm powerful, I have all this money, I can do anything. Fuck it, why not? Let me just go on a whim. Let me just go off like a gut instinct here. Like it makes sense. Like he's also like because like remember the both of the synthetics, they were like, yeah, I mean he's an idiot, but sometimes we got to follow our orders, you know. Like they know he's also an incompetent person, just as way that the little kids are, you know.
Yes, but there's so much language that he uses. And this is why I say, Luis, you didn't bring it up, which is a good sign because it means you don't have that disease in you. But a lot of times he opened his mouth and I'm like, hey, I've said that sentence before. Because he thinks he's the smartest person in the room. So someone says something, he goes, yeah, you say that, but I think this, you think that, I'm better than you. So we should go with my way. Of course he's going to do this. I made these mistakes a million times because I thought I was the smartest person in the room. Like this is what arrogance looks like, and it's nice to be represented. It's nice to see see Noah Hawley and them go, hey, I've had that same ego shit that I had to deal with because it just hurt me. It didn't help, you know. And this is what happens. This is what people do. But I could see it because I kept recognizing his monologues were all the same. He wanted to have an interesting conversation. You know how arrogant that is to want to meet alien life.
To talk to is smart enough for me.
Yeah, he has that conversation with like the therapist woman, and he's like, "Just everybody bores me. You bore me." And it's like this is probably the smartest, like well-lived woman who's known about everything. And he's like, you're nothing. And it's completely
and all the things he could learn if he didn't have that disease. He wouldn't be in a cage at the end of the show if he would listen. But the ego won't let him.
Yeah, but in the end, he still smiles. You know, he
was still curious. He is still interested.
He's still interested in about it. Yeah,
it's new. Yeah, he's having fun. It's a new experience. I thought, what I thought when the eye got in the sheep and he goes, tell me the next digits of pi or whatever. Like if I was on another species in a cage, if I was on another planet in a cage, they're like, tell me next digits of pi. I'd be like, yeah, I got nothing. I don't know. It's 3.14 question mark. I don't know. I couldn't answer that question. I couldn't answer the pi question. So they'd be like, they're a stupid species.
Well, I think that it was that one scene where you see like the brain
Boy
waves
Genius is talking to the
crazy.
sheep. Oh, which one is that one?
That's how they were able to tell the how smart the eyeball was, is because they saw how the brain waves are so high. And he was able to correlate, like, oh, he must understand so much more than what we know on this earth. I also liked Hermit, the brother of Wendy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm glad that their relationship wasn't all, perfect. Like once they reunited kind of thing, like it posed some problems. He was worried about his squad. She was worried about these kids, some of which are complete psychopaths. It's just like, but yeah, overall, I did like how his character played into it.
Me too.
And again, not an idiot, just like thrown into some really crazy situations kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really bought into their whole relationship, but also how, they differed on some things. Obviously, he sees the xenomorph as this monster, which it is, but Wendy sees it as this other thing. However she looks at it, I don't know yet. But
her duckling,
her tool, her weapon. She's becoming.
But hopefully, yes, I was gonna say, but hopefully she had some empathy from that scenario, and maybe she gives it too much freedom. It kills somebody. Maybe it kills her brother.
Something's gonna happen. I don't like it works so well, but I think there is a point where you're just going to be like, okay, well, what is the xenomorph? Is that just it's been this fearsome thing? It still is this fearsome thing, obviously. I don't know where I'm going with that, but like I said, it is this very fine line of, of this creature that you've come to know as this just like unstoppable thing. Why does it have this connection to the synthetic being? Yeah. I don't know. That's the thing. Is like, do they justify it that way? How are they connected? How did she?
This is what I mean by season 2. I don't know if I'd have the balls to do season. I want to open and close 1 through 8. Everyone's dead, and I don't got to deal with season 2.
They wouldn't start it like this and end it like this without having like a clear picture. I don't think they're like leaving it open ended for no reason. I don't. Yeah, Holly doesn't strike me as that kind of creator. I might be wrong. Exclusively experienced it through Fargo, which is a fucking anthology series. Yeah. With and that's why I think I psyched myself out. I was like, oh, the ending is going to be so fucking incredible because
same. Yeah.
Fargo always ends like on such a high.
I think I did the same.
Yeah. But no, but I'm like mad or anything. It just like leaves a lot of very interesting prospects. I think Nibs, man, the actor Lily Newmark, the redhead, like she knows what she's got with that character. That might be the scariest thing going on the whole island. I feel like we're not done with her. Like clearly, a circuit loose in that one.
I think there's just so many variables, like wild cards that you can't even account for, from like Nibs to her to the humans to, even something that they didn't even bring up in this episode were those bugs that ate technology. So it's not like
they were sucking on.
Yeah, humans aren't the only ones in danger in that island. They are also. Don't forget, you are also susceptible to these bugs that can just easily destroy you and kill you. So no one's safe in this island. Everyone can one up each other. And
it's like a giant game of rock, paper, scissors. Yeah.
Exactly. And you don't know who to trust, who's volatile, what's going to happen. It's all just very combustible. That's what makes season 2 exciting. And Noah has to have a plan. Maybe he decided he's like, I always do anthologies. Now I want to actually have a show that goes over a couple seasons or something. Yeah. I also have to commend him for the way he was able to prioritize his production marbles and putting it into how good it looks, because there are very few shows that look this good and can also match the tone of what the Alien movies are.
Yes.
I had the show paused and Sarah's like, oh, what movie are you watching? I said, it's not a movie, it's Alien Earth, the TV show. And I think it just from a technical standpoint looks so good and not falling flat to kind of like the shortcomings of TV, because sometimes you don't have that much time, and so you expedite things, and that means the scene looks more like a TV show than a movie. Because on a movie set they spend hours and hours and hours. I mean, sometimes you'll record 3 pages in a day, 2 pages, 3 pages in a day. TV, you'll do like a lot more than that because you're just moving. But that's why I have to give my credit to the producer, because they were able to be like, no. I know that we needed to be spending money on this. We'll reallocate the money somehow, and we'll save money here, we'll save money there. But we need to ensure that we take the time to have unique looks, to create distinct shots, distinct lighting, so that it comes out crisp, clean, and also in universe with the rest of Alien. So I just have to commend them for just the style and look of it all. Because like you said,
amen,
the simple things of just seeing a chain move and the way that it is, it will tonally give you something. And it does a good job of that in the show.
It definitely, it doesn't feel like, which I think we were all afraid of when they announced the Alien TV show, that just like glossed over.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be one step down.
And I've probably mentioned this before, but so I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but one of the issues with Prometheus was that show was set however many years before the events of Alien, and yet everything felt so much cleaner. The technology felt newer.
The prequels problem.
Yeah, exactly. Where you get much more of that analog, gritty feel with a lot of these. But
when you hear the keyboards, like
Exactly.
Like you can just feel the chunkiness of it all, you know? You can feel the hard plastic of that.
The
like
buzzing,
the buzzing of the lights. Yeah.
All those things.
Crazy. I mean, yeah. 70s technology. Love it. It's awesome. It's like, one thing I wanted to point out, like one last thing I can think of is you remember the engineers are talking in the episode, 5, when they're on the ship, and he says, when with the contract, they're not paying for your labor, they're paying for your life. They're buying your life because they're putting you in freeze for 80 years. By the time you go back, everyone you know is gone. So you have the money, but you have no family. You have nothing. You have no connection. You have no roots. So you're completely disassociated from existence, even though you have the money. And to me, this is sort of the explanation of where all the incompetence comes from. You can't ask these people then to give a shit about the product or the work or the job. At the end of the day, they're going to get sloppy. They're going to get lazy. They're not going to focus. They're going to they're not supposed to have relationships. They're going to have relationships because you've taken their life. And once you take their life, there's really nothing to work for. And so they've lost that detail. That's why they're not screwing caps on tight enough. They're not double checking. They're not listening in meetings. They've become the Walking Dead. That's why there's so much incompetence. They're like explaining it, or they're trying to explain that this disconnect between these major corporations, these trillionaires, and then you're just basically a slave. You're an automaton. We would appreciate if you were just an automaton. The automaton does it. Right. But you, the human, give up. The humans give. That's why they're incompetent. That's why they fail to put screws on. That's why they fail to double check. They don't give a shit anymore. They're dead. They're walking dead. But I just always want to point that out whenever I see someone point out, like, wow, are they so incompetent? They're telling you. He said it in a monologue. Noah Hawley will tell you. He'll say the words out loud. Yeah, I love that about him. Where he does it in Fargo too, where he'll just spell it out, but it's so clouded in a beautiful mystique, you don't really catch it, or you don't really realize what he's saying, even though he's spelling it out. I love that about him. Yeah, but that's all. Well, that's Alien.
Yeah, I guess any. Oh, you know what? Ed brought up a really fun thing that I wanted to call out too. Is the way they did their recaps. It was never previously on Alien. It was always like kind of like this montage overlaid over.
A previously on always like takes you out. Like a previously on is like, don't get ready just yet. But this way, I was in having like my own memory flashbacks. You're right. That was really well done. You're right.
And that, like, with the exception of, like I mentioned before, episode 5 taking us back to that initial.
Was there no previously on?
No, there was. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it went straight into the episode.
That would be interesting.
It played from episode 1. I mean, remember in episode 1 when you saw clips of the crew eating and enjoying themselves?
That's what it was.
Yeah. So they took those scenes from episode 1 and played it as a preview. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It subverted expectations at every turn. I enjoyed that, and for one of those rare weekly, like every tune in weekly shows, like this was. You mentioned like not wanting to binge watch it. I think that was the right way to go. I enjoyed looking forward to every Tuesday night.
Yeah, agreed.
Where it would leave off and stuff.
That's why I was pretty glad Louis was kind of like pressure. He didn't say to do it, but it was just sort of like he was like, I was like, okay, I get it.
I think there are plenty of shows that earn that kind of drama, the drama earns that kind of expectation, like leaving off, from week to week with Game of Thrones and stuff like that. There's always this heightened sense of
Sunday
drama.
shows where you need time to think about it. I try to get into this habit of after I finish some really good, story or movie or TV show where I just stop and take a second before I just click onto the next thing and binge something else. It's just okay, let me just sit with this for a second and really saturate with what just happened. Yeah, let's soak it in. And so I feel like this does that, where it's like, okay, you have your one episode and then you have a week to kind of think it over.
Yeah.
And then coming back.
Do I want to go back and revisit that?
I'll revisit it, yeah. But also equally enjoyable to binge it. So if you've listened to this whole podcast and you're like, oh, I want to see it, then definitely, check it out and binge it.
No, it's just so worth it. It was just so worth it. I'm so glad it exists. I always feel grateful. We have Andor, Shogun, Bringing alien Earth. I just feel grateful for all this stuff. It's great. I love it.
I
can't do it. I can't freaking do it. I appreciate someone doing it.
I'm excited for Miguel. Miguel, you still with us? I was going to ask you. We are excited for you.
What?
to check it out soon. So when you do, we'll talk about it, what we're into, if you're cool with that.
No, actually, I deleted my Disney Plus subscription, so I don't watch Disney and Hulu anymore. I don't do that.
If you saw Andor, you would know it's a good
deal.
I
watch
thought
Andor
it was
on Disney
topical.
Plus, so
Good.
Let's talk. Let's see what we're into, Miguel. You'll be you'll be into Alien Earth soon, but what are you into this? What are you into this last week?
Yeah, before we move on, I just want to say I agree with everything you guys just said. Man, what a topic! That was
really because it got super racist.
No, I did hear some slurs. I thought that was surprising, but
you agreed with it.
You agreed with it.
Well, I agreed in freedom of speech.
Morphin is an illegal alien.
No, I'm kidding. So what we're into, I'm so grateful to talk about this for a minute. You guys know me. I love talking about my son. I love talking about the fun things I do with him, okay?
The kid who wasn't content.
He's not content.
Go ahead. I'm joking. Just keep going.
He's not content. You're right. You're right.
I'm joking. I'm just...
So I
He also left a review on this show one time, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome. But we didn't release it.
2 thumbs down?
Okay. What are you talking? Separate of that, he did ask me. He got on YouTube like the next day because he was like looking for his episode. You know what I mean? Because we let him record that 10 minutes. And he looked up Punch Drunk Nerd, and it was before he could he can't really spell, and it was misspelled horribly, but you could tell like phonetically what he was doing, And he was like, "I was looking for my episode." Anyway,
how
cute.
Can I quickly add on to that? My daughter is. I promised her I would ask about this, and then she was angry that I didn't. But she wants to do one sometime.
Yeah, we can do that for sure.
Okay,
perfect. I love it.
We'll do a fun one.
I said we would do it for her birthday, and we did not end up doing that. So.
Wow. How does it feel to be such a shitty dad?
I don't know. I live with that every day. I'm just like, God.
I've gotten numb to
it. Long after she's forgotten, you're like, God, I wish I would have just recorded that episode. No, my son he was sick this week, so I did a lot of just kind of hanging out with him, watching things to make him feel better and distract him. So we sat down and we watched the Power Ranger movies. Okay. We did the original Mighty Morphin with Ivan Ooze. And then we went straight into the next night and we watched the Turbo Power Ranger movie. And I'll bang these out real quick, back to back. But I just want to say both of those, I couldn't believe, it's been years, but I watched both those movies so many times growing up that it was just like clockwork. I was riding a bike. I was saying all the lines. I was having a good time. The Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, just hands down the best Power Ranger movie that there is. Okay.
Is that the first one?
Yeah. With Ivan Ooze. Ivan Ooze is so good. He's just so fun. That's like a movie that even Kristen my wife sat down and watched with us. And she was like, God, this movie's so good. And I'm like, we're having a great time. And this was his first intro to it. So he keeps talking about, he's like, oh, Tommy and Kimberly and Billy. He knows them all by name. And I'm like, Kimberly, let's talk more about Kimberly. All right.
Yeah. he's like Amy Jo Johnson. He knows her full name.
Yeah. That's
it's in Google misspelled all.
You're like, how did he get Pornhub open? What? No.
That's your excuse. You're like, I didn't. It must have been Pornhub.
No, it wasn't me. No, but God, that movie is so good. Revisiting it is kind of crazy because it's obviously some really shitty graphics. Towards the end of the movie, they do the Zord, which the Zord looks nothing like the Zord you've seen previously. They don't even try. Not only is it CGI, but it's just it's not even the shape of the Zord that they use.
Really?
You know what I mean? Yeah, because they get the new ones. And it's just this very generic Zord. And when that scene came up, he goes, this looks like a cartoon. And I was like, yeah, that's right. The CGI looks like trash. You're right. But I thought the suits looked amazing. Ivan Ooze is so fun, and he was having such a good time with it. There's a kid in this movie, and Forrest is like, my son was like, "Oh, is he going to be the Power Ranger in the next movie?" Because at the end of the movie, they kind of allude to that. They're like, "Oh, this kid could be a Power Ranger in the future," and he was like, "Oh shit, is he going to be in the next one?" And
that would have been cool.
I was like, no, but lock in. I told him, but lock in because there is a kid in the next movie. And we jumped into Turbo. And before I put that one on, I just remember Luis, our friend Chase, and I think maybe one other person was like, guys, that Turbo movie is fucking trash, dude.
Okay, I didn't say it was trash.
You hate this movie,
I didn't say it was trash.
Oh,
I said it was
no.
bad.
It's garbo. Don't watch it.
It's garbo.
But listen, okay, keep going.
And I was like, well, okay. I remember really liking it as a kid. Maybe I'll still get something out of it. And I actually paid for it on Amazon. I paid $10 to get it on Amazon.
It's on Plex.
I know. But the TV, he was in bed. He was in bed. It's the only TV that doesn't get Plex. I was like, I don't want to go plug something in. Let me just here's $10. Okay. Here, Jeff, take it. You know what I mean? But I will say this, of the two movies, Mighty Morphin is the better movie, hands down. Okay, like it is just so much more fun. Really, really thought out. They stretch out the sequences. It's fun. But I will say this: Turbo was a movie that I watched so much growing up, and it really was like a place in my heart. And watching the entire movie, it felt very like fantastical. They go like 45 minutes to like an hour before they even get their Power Ranger suits, and it's like.
Yeah. See,
like, let's get to it. You know,
when I said I was like, "Oh, Miguel, it's not as good as I thought it was," it's because I stopped pretty much at that point, and then I finished it today because I saw you were about to talk about it in today's episode. And when you get to that last part, you're like, "Oh no, it's pretty fun." Like you get into a fun part at the end. So it's like it's a little bit of fun in the beginning, and then the middle, it's a little bit like, "What's happening?" It feels like a George Lucas copycat that's trying to do something fantastical, and it looks like a cheap imitation, and then. It goes back into Mighty Morphin Rangers at the end when they're fighting and they're all like in their suits and then they grow up. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, there it is. That's why I kept watching it. I kept telling you too, this was my first CD that I ever bought was the Turbo soundtrack.
I was hoping you'd bring this up because it's like, I never would have done that, number one. but watching the movie, I was like reminded, man, there are a lot of songs that are like really charged up. They really play well with the action. Yeah. And it's like, oh, this is a good time. I don't know if they're like well-known bands or songs. I don't feel like, but it's just like, oh, this fits with what they're doing.
I got it because it reminded me of the movie. I was like, oh, because that's what scores do now. It's like you listen to the score and you're like, oh, I'm back watching the movie. It's the same thing. I bought the album and I was like, oh, I'm like reliving the movie again. When I had my headphones that were like backwards like this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Over the ear.
Over the ears. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. No. Turbo. Yeah. It's an interesting one.
I'll tell you this. We did Mighty Morphin over a couple of nights, but we did Turbo in one sitting, and he could not stop talking about that. He was like, "Oh my God, Dad, I watched the whole movie." I was like, "Yeah, you did, bud, all the way through. You only threw up twice. It's good, all right."
Can I ask, did you give him any like
no. Okay. Like lead up to
get that shit out of here.
No, are you asking like did I give him like any info on the movie or the characters or anything?
Yeah, like did you watch any of the shows or did you dive straight into the movies?
We did straight movies because I was like, I just need like the quick little, and but to Ed's question, sorry, I'll let Luis mention this in a second. But it's like, I just wanted to start the movies. Here's the movie because they jump right in. It was the same thing with Fantastic Four I talked about a couple weeks back, where it was like,
sorry,
exactly, where I just was like, here's Rise of the Silver Surfer, the 2005 movie or whatever. I was like, here's Fantastic Four, like jump into it, and he learned who the characters were, and he was into the movie because of that. I think it was the same thing with Power Rangers. Like, let's just watch the movie. And not get bogged down with that. Sorry, you asked the question. No, my bad for answering.
Your answer bores me.
That's fair.
Take him away. Off with his head.
What were you going to say, Luis?
I was going to say, if you wanted to watch like some actual like Power Ranger episodes, you should watch the one where Tommy shows up, and it's like a 5-episode arc, and it's the whole Green Ranger arc where he gets you introduced
Evil Green.
He becomes Evil Green, and they try to save him, and it's him and Jason. That's like a
I tell you this, as I would do that specifically because he has not stopped talking about like Tommy and Jason.
Yeah, he's the best one.
Do you want to meet Tommy for the first? Let's talk about.
And I tried, and he asked me, he's like, "Is Tommy the leader of the Power Rangers?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, but
at a time
we had to
he
get
wasn't
there." You know? Yeah. No,
Yeah.
so it's like that run I want to show him, and then I also kind of want to show him those like big adventure episodes where it's like they did like the all reds. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, right.
Things like that. So, but no, he's like, he told me earlier, we'd already bought his fucking Minecraft Halloween costume. And then he was like, I want to be a Power Ranger. And I was like, well, cool. I paid $80 for this. Like, we can't be both, but no, he's into it now. And I was trying to tell him tonight at dinner, I was like, you know what? You're getting bigger. Like, we watch Power Rangers, like what's another big kid movie you want to watch? And he goes, Batman. And I was like, okay, all right, that's the era we're in right now.
Which one though? Are you going to show him?
So a part of me
show Keaton.
So okay, because a part of me kind of wants to, because that's the one. All right,
That's how we do it.
I was thinking for like the silliness angle, like Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, because like I feel like I was around his age when I watched those, and I kind of understood it at that level.
Batman Forever was my first.
As you've mentioned, I was a big Keaton. We watched Batman so much, the '89 movie. We watched it so much.
Me too.
But obviously, I got to do the Bale movies. Like it has to happen.
Can I just say,
all two?
Miguel, you might recall I proposed this a couple of months back, I believe, between you and I. But like in presumably. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Mark for clip. Deleted.
Remix it.
Theoretically, in 3 years' time, in 2008, they'll be doing the 20th anniversary of The Dark Knight in theaters.
Maybe. Okay.
Because that one's a little bit on the heavier side as far as like action.
Yeah.
Man,
I don't know if we can hold out. I'm willing to show Lily The Dark Knight in 3 years.
I'll tell you what, the only way I'll do that is if we do an all-day AMC marathon and Luis joins us too, okay?
I'll do it. I think The Dark Knight is probably the movie I've seen in theaters the most.
Wait, what's the whole marathon?
Wow, that's awesome.
Sorry.
I saw that movie, I think, 8 times.
Wow. Ed, I don't know. Ed, you idiot. I'll tell Steven because he doesn't know. But Luis, Ed, and I, we went and saw Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, and The Dark Knight Rises. Back to back at AMC when The Dark Knight Rises came out. Ed, you don't remember this?
Wow.
No, I remember. Sorry, I thought I just thought you would never suggest that we watch The Dark Knight Rises with our kids. That movie doesn't exist as far as they're concerned.
No, it's trash. But also as a purist,
this is how the Dark Knight trilogy ended, with Batman riding off as the Dark Knight.
Yeah, and they hunted him forever.
The word trilogy so loosely,
Yeah. The greatest duo of all time.
Let me finish. Hang on. Let me wrap up back to my Power Ranger thought for a second. Let me talk about these 2 movies, and I'm done, okay? So, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, and Turbo Power Rangers, the movie. Who had the better suits?
I never watched the Turbo one, so I don't know.
Me either.
Oh, fuck you guys. Come on. Luis, I'll talk to Luis for a second.
What year was the Turbo one?
I like the Morphin ones. I will say this: it's a complicated answer, okay? Because when I saw it in theaters, I was like, "What the fuck is this shit? Where's the suit from the show? Why is this all fucking beefed up?" And so it took me time to get adjusted. Like, oh, this is how the movies do things, and so I felt a certain way about it. Regardless, though, I do like the Power Rangers suit more than the Turbo one. I feel like they're more distinguished. Looks like shit. In the Power Rangers.
Can I
it
tell
looks
you
like
what,
a cheap knockoff of Power Rangers.
Well,
bitch, you never saw it. As a 30-year-old man, you would say, "Yeah, I don't like this," as you should, because that's appropriate.
You know what I like? I think I like. Well, I don't know. Go ahead with your thought.
Let me tell you this. The Power Ranger suits in the Mighty Morphin one, the beefed up the beefy movie look. It feels odd. It feels like the way Marvel kind of like takes a superhero suit and kind of like over designs it.
Yeah.
But also, they kept the classic shape. They kept mostly the classic look, okay? But I will say this, dude, Turbo, I get it. The suit maybe you don't like because it kind of looks like the suit from the neck down looks a little Halloween costume, okay? I'll give that. Yeah. Dude, I kind of fucking love the helmets in a Turbo Power Ranger. The red one especially, there's something about it. It really frames.
Do you know which one? Oh, if we're talking favorite helmets, my favorite helmet's probably one from Zeo.
Dude, okay, hang on. I wanted to talk about this. One of the things that I think they got wrong in the Turbo movie is that we didn't have a whole Zeo segment at the beginning of the film. There needed to be that transition. In the first movie, they go, let's imagine you haven't seen any of the show. Let's make the movie.
Yeah.
In Turbo, they were like, obviously, you've seen the shows. Okay.
Yeah, so she even tried to go Zeo mode, and she like falls.
In the one moment. But they do it so quick, and then all of a sudden it's done. And it's like, you know what? I actually really like the Zeo suits. Yeah. Like, we could have seen them, especially because there's so much movie before they finally get the Turbo one. Although I will say the moment when they finally do get the Turbo suits, I do think the CGI and the effects and everything that's happening at the moment is kind of fun. But
it's very like anime in the sense where like there's this long, very long buildup of it. It's like a guilty pleasure. It's always fun when it happens. Yeah.
I don't know.
But my two biggest gripes is one, we didn't get the Power Rangers before they became Power Rangers in the Turbo movie. It's like, give us the pre-Zeo suits. But also, the biggest mistake they made in that movie is the fact that they brought back Jason and Kimberly, and then they did not let them morph into Power Rangers at all. I mean, an absolute travesty. When they the whole premise is they get captured and they get brainwashed and they become the bad guys for a quick second. The moment they stopped becoming bad guys, they should have suited up for the rest of the movie and like joined the Turbo Rangers as the Morphin Rangers or Zero or whatever. You know what I mean? Because Jason was also the gold.
And technically, they don't have their
No. That's what I'm saying. But here's the thing: when Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, okay, they in the movie they become the ninjas. In the TV show, they did a whole episode arc where they become the ninjas because they had to do it in the TV show. Same with Turbo. Turbo had to have its whole intro where they become the Turbo Rangers in the TV show. It doesn't matter whatever the lore is that Kimberly and Jason don't have the powers.
Oh, okay.
They should have just done it in the movie and then let the outside explain it on its own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those are the two biggest mistakes.
I mean, they had that wizard. He could have been like, "Ooh, little buckles."
He could have been.
They don't have like a Zordon or like a Fives. Who'd be like, "I made this special for you."
No, actually, Steven, the third thing they got wrong in this movie, in Turbo the Power Rangers movie, is Zordon, dude.
He's in it.
He's in it, but the CGI is trash. Dude.
No,
he talks.
Oh, no.
Imagine if I was talking and I just covered my mouth the entire time, and I was like, "Rangers, you need to this and that."
But
and it's like the mouth. It's CGI is not.
Hold on,
good.
I gotta rewatch that scene because you have seen the show. Like it is equally the same way.
But again, it doesn't matter what the show does. I understand what you're saying, Luis, but it's just like if you're gonna make the movie, make the movie. You know?
Okay, hold on. The Turbo one, the Turbo one, like, I guess sometimes whatever. That's a whole separate conversation.
I'll
tell you this:
I thought the Zordon Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie that freaked me the fuck out. And then he was a person. I was like, I don't like this.
He was a real person.
Let me talk about that. When he becomes the person, that's weird. But when he is Zordon. When he is Zordon and Ivan Ooze is like zapping the station or whatever, dude, there are multiple shots where Zordon is like, he's over here and he's like, duh, and then he's over here and he's like, duh, and it's like, dude, he's emoting the fuck right now. Like that's good. Like he looks real as fuck.
I didn't like this. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes they don't have to like movie it up. Like I liked the old. Like I'm seeing this fucking image every single day for weeks, and then you come in with a movie and you just change everything on me. I'm like, I'm having like trauma right now. Like, where are my comfort creatures? It's like if I went to another, like, I don't know, whatever. Let's move on. Okay. Ed,
I tell you,
Miguel, I'm sorry.
This is my very last thought, and I'm wrapping up, is because of Fortnite was so Power Ranger heavy the last few weeks. Yeah. Because we're watching the movie or whatever, my Instagram algorithm, like I've clicked on one too many, and that means one Power Ranger video. And now my whole Instagram feed is like, oh, fuck, you like Power Rangers? And I'm like, well, I mean, like, kind of, like, not like that. Like, don't be... Sometimes I would rather my Instagram, like, Explore page be all titties. Like, let it be ratchet.
Yeah, so it's like, no,
like,
I'm not a 12-year-old.
I would rather someone be like, dude, you're a pervert. Yeah, bro, I like tits. Sorry.
I wish the algorithm thought I was cool. Whatever he thinks I am.
No, it's zeroed in on exactly who I am, and it sucks, dude.
You got it right, and I hate it.
I fucking hate it. All right, well, there you go. That's what I'm into, apparently. Get after it.
Get after it.
Oh, that's brilliant.
All right, Ed.
Mine's real quick. I watched for the first time all the way A Few Good Men with Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson, written by
Sorkin.
Aaron Sorkin, and directed by Rob Reiner. It was a good movie. I don't know if you guys know this, but it was a good movie.
Wait, which movie?
If you're not aware, it's a pretty good movie. I guess I was always confused what the conflict was, but now I get it.
Yeah.
And then a couple of weeks ago, I had the privilege of going to go see the currently touring concert of the World of Hans Zimmer. The last time I went to a Hans Zimmer concert, he was there in person. It was out in Sugarland. And
it's such an interesting sentence.
Thank you.
The last time I went to a Hans Zimmer concert, he was actually there.
He was there in person. This time, he was just in a handful of pre-recorded videos, talking to the conductor. It was cute.
Do better.
Mildly annoying. Yeah.
You wish.
You're dragging here.
Let's stop talking about it and just play some music. Is literally what he said at one point.
High five. Too slow. Yeah, he's just crashing.
He's
up on the left side. Like Adam Driver.
Rangers, stop Hans Zimmer from ruining the concert.
Hans Zimmer's in the drum set. Bong, 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 you know.
At one point, he had Guy Ritchie on for like this couch conversation to introduce the Sherlock Holmes segment, and Guy Ritchie could not have been less interested to be in that video.
Oh man,
he was just like nodding to Hans Zimmer. Like Hans Zimmer's trying to do a bit.
I love that album.
The Sherlock Holmes one is great.
Yes, I'm clean to that album.
Yeah, man, he just didn't want to. Yeah, it's great. It's a great. I mean, so many bangers. He even did the Kung Fu Panda one halfway through it, and that was like a lovely little palate cleanser. You know, it made me want to go back. Tell me why they did the one of the suites from fucking Pearl Harbor. I didn't even realize that Hans Zimmer did Pearl Harbor. Afterwards, I wanted to go back and watch Pearl Harbor, which I did.
Powerful.
I did, but then I turned it off after the Pearl Harbor bit. I was just like, okay, this is.
I noticed that's not in your what you're into right now. Okay,
because I didn't finish it. I'm a purist. What's the point of talking about it? I don't know how it ended.
Oppenheimer.
But yeah. It was, but it was a really good show. They opened with the Man of Steel. What are you doing if you when you're not saving the world? Such a banger! And it really made me kind of like the new Superman a little bit less. Not really, but just I wish the music in that one was stronger. Mm-hmm. But then again, Zack Snyder never used Hans Zimmer's music to its full potential either. So, whatever.
What about Dune? Did he do Dune?
They did do a theme from Dune. Inception. I sent you guys like a clip at the Interstellar. They did Pirates. They did Driving Miss Daisy.
I'll tell you what they didn't do. I bet did they do The Rock?
They did do The Rock.
Really?
Yeah, they did.
I forgot about The
Rock. They did some real like out there ones that I was just like, oh, okay. This music sounds great. With and then you just think of the visuals of the movie, and they did have some like visuals and not like full on scenes.
Was it Hans Zimmer CGI'd, AI'd in every character in the
yeah,
scenes?
Exactly. He's just like holding up the flares, whatever. The Lion King one was beautiful. They did a Gladiator one, Inception,
Gladiator, of course.
The Interstellar one is always great.
Damn.
Yeah, no, it was just a great show. If you ever have the opportunity to go see it, even though Hans Zimmer wasn't there.
You convinced me, actually. Yeah,
great.
You convinced me, actually.
No, he's such a rock star as far as, like, movie scores go. Like, he really does some incredible things. He has such a huge range of, like, like I said, every movie that he rolled into, it just felt completely different. And I mean, you see some similar flourishes here, especially during the 90s. But like when they played
October 1st, he's gonna be there.
Shit! Okay.
Oh shit! He's gonna be here in Anaheim.
It's a week from today. I mean, Wednesday, 2 days ago.
Is it a Wednesday? I got things going on that night.
Oh.
I'm not gonna miss the one battle after another.
Should I do this?
No, you should not.
I think I have to go to this October 4th. Could this be my? Okay, let's continue talking.
All right, it's a good show. And like I said, second time I've seen a Hans Zimmer concert. Just this time without him. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was at the Toyota Center here in Houston. So yeah. That's all I've been into. That was like a little while ago, but I didn't mention it last week, but I still wanted to give it a shout out.
Amazing. Nice. Okay, well, glad you got me excited for it. So let's see if I have enough funds to get it done. All right,
I'll do what I meant to. Yeah, because I don't want to go after you three. I want to go in the middle.
All right, I love that.
They're real small. It's real small. It's gonna sound like I'm gonna talk for all, but I won't. I'm gonna make it real quiet. Two things. First thing is something. I've never talked about this before, Luis, Miguel. I've never shared this. It's a show that I've been watching recently that Eric Jew got me into. He's the biggest fan I've ever seen. It's an anime called One Piece, and it's the greatest television show that's ever been made in the history of mankind, and everyone should watch it because it's incredible, all right? It's the greatest story ever told. It's better than the Bible. Sorry, Bible. You're basic. Compared to Oda, this is it, all right? So it's great. Everyone should watch it. Shout out to Eric, who's the biggest One Piece fan I've ever met in my entire life. And,
that's good. That's good.
But that's it.
It's a live action movie of this, right?
They did a season 1. It's 8 episodes.
Right,
it's great. Sorry. It's digestible. Anyone can watch 8 episodes. Forrest can watch it. Lily can watch it. They can love it. It's digestible. Anyone can see it. It's a kid's show. It's an adult show. It's a great morals, ethics. It's great. It's fun. It's awesome. It's pirates on the high seas, and they save the innocent. It's great. Yeah. Okay.
So I've seen a couple episodes. I was at Walt Disney World. I saw a couple episodes, and the first thing I was like, "Wow, this guy's like super. Like anything you believe in, you can do." And I'm like, "God damn, I'm inspired by this Luffy guy."
Yes, he's super inspired.
But I hit episode 3 or 4, and then I was like, I don't know. I'm not feeling this. And then I went to the cartoon, and then I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I talked to Steven. We played Fortnite for one night, and you told me like, yeah, I know 3 and 4 are tough. Just get over that. And once you do, it gets better and better and better. I'm like, okay, great. You've inspired me to jump back on. So, whenever I have a free moment, I'll let you know on the update.
Love to hear it. Yeah. So I'm not gonna talk a lot about it. Just want to say everyone should watch it. It's freaking awesome. I get it.
Wait. I do want to know what episode are you at now?
I am at episode 642, I think. Yeah. Dressrosa Saga. Yeah. Their seasons are like in chunks of like 30 or 60. Yeah, they're huge. Still the greatest story ever told. It says like it's 30 minutes, but it's really like 15 to 20 because they have a a 3-minute intro and then a 2-minute recap, and then they have a 5-minute captions at the end. Yeah. So it's really like 15 minutes to 20 minutes. Usually I end up watching it too. Yeah, it's a lot, but it's a lifelong journey. But it's a great story ever told. Your life is better after seeing it. The same is also true of Marcel Proust's book, In Search of Lost Time. It's the longest book ever written. It's the greatest book ever written. Everyone should read it. No one ever does. I get it. Okay. Second thing I'm into is a show that I realize I haven't heard a lot about, and I'm stunned because it's season 5 aired like yesterday or 2 days ago or something like that. And I love this show. It's called Slow Horses with,
oh yeah.
All right. And I just, everyone should be watching it. It's now in season 5 and I couldn't believe it's still going. And it's been great every time. It's based on books. The books are all written, so they just keep doing season by the books. And it's great. It's, who's the actor, Ed? Who's that? Who's
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman. Yeah. He's perfect, of course. It's hectic. It's a struggle. Like you're scared. You're tense, like a spy thriller. It's good, and each season has been great. And now here comes a new season. And I know it's going to be great, so I would tell everyone get ready because season 5 is going to be just as good as all the rest. So Slow Horses, awesome. One Piece, definitely, and that's all I got. So
I've clap.
You came prepared. Thank you.
That was good.
Thank you. All right, Elise.
All right, mine's really simple too. Honestly, it's here. It says following the people. What does that mean? Following the people.
You joined a cult.
Joined a cult. I'm actually here right now on the campus. I'm following the people. And what that means is when you go on Instagram and you look at reels, ha, 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 you like, you heart, you save. And you realize, you know what? You swipe over to your right and you're like, this person has thousands and thousands of followers. This person. So what I've been doing lately is like, you know what? You don't need my like. You don't need my save. Pass. So I've been kind of voting, or I'm not voting. I've been supporting. I've been following the people. So I'll watch a video. I'll swipe over, see how many subscribers they have. If it's like 52, 120, 1.2, I'm like, you don't need me. Continue. Now my algorithm is giving me sometimes people, not all the time, people who are in there like 3,000. 2,000, 9,000, and then I'll be like, you know what? I'm going to support you. Heart, save, heart, and it's content. Not like I'm just like, oh, I'm going to support you. It's like, oh, I genuinely think it's funny.
I agree. You're right. I am.
Wow.
And so now I'm like, I'm checking my work every time where I'm like, okay, how many do you have? Okay, skip. How many do you have? Okay, skip. Okay, like.
I like it.
Follow. And so I'm just trying to not let the algorithm put me in a chokehold of who I should follow. It's like, yeah. All these people are successful. They don't need me anymore. I'm trying to find. I'm in the record store looking in the back, trying to find those other people.
There you go, man. That's great. I'm gonna start doing that.
So here we go. I'm following the people.
I love it, man. Yeah, no, that's a great idea. I'm going to start doing that. You're right. Why am I liking it if it's got 100,000 likes? Get screw my algorithm. You're right.
You don't need me. I'm fighting for the people. Right. Next week, we're going to continue fighting for the people because we're going to review one battle after another. Steven may be jumping back on.
Okay, I'm going to try to see. Yeah. Ooh, I can't wait.
It's the latest movie. Ed, take it away. Tell us about one battle after another. I know you're waiting to do it.
Oh, well...
Oh God! Wrap it up, Ed.
Loosely based on the book Vineland by Thomas Pynchon. It brought to you by Paul Thomas Anderson. One battle after another, starring Leo DiCaprio. You've seen the trailers. Now go see it in theaters. It's out this weekend, today, as of now.
I nailed it.
Viva la revolution! You know what I mean?
Here we go.
And then we'll also have a PTA ranking.
One Piece. Oh, nice! That's great.
If nobody else comes prepared, I'll just rank them myself. I don't care.
I said there will be a PTA ranking, Ed. Okay.
There will be one. Yeah.
I'm talking to. Oh, sorry, Miguel. You're over here. Ed's over here. Miguel, Ed, Steven. Ed, there will be a ranking. Okay.
Good. Good.
Guys, what an episode! That's usually
what an episode.
Thank you, Miguel. There you go. Well, thank you so much, Steven. Thank you for joining. I hope you get to join us next week. It's been a pleasure, y'all. Until then, it's been me, Luis Gonzalez, and with me has been
Miguel Sanchez
and Deadpool
and Steven Escobar.
And until next time,
got nowhere to go.
You guys want to play Fortnite?
Yeah.
Ed, you're
All right, let's go do it.